again, that's exactly what we are going to pretend to believe. The little thing you can't see tells me I'm live. So we're just going to go with that because we believe everything on the internet is true, right? So, welcome everybody to another edition of Workshop Wednesday, which it is never a Workshop Wednesday until we hear the music play.
Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy.
Now it's official. There we go. So, welcome everybody to another Workshop Wednesday, a 1 hour live stream. And just for the fun of it, let's play with the features. Boom, we are now on air and we have a to-do list. So now that we are official, let's go through and see who is all here. Which bear with me. This new streaming service, one of the worst things there is definitely the way that the chat function works. So I do see that Nick is here giving us a riddle already. And I tell you, I don't know. We'd probably have to go ask Chuck himself. So I see Scott's here and Off Grid Master. No giveaway tonight. So you know that's how all that goes. Let's see who else is in the chat tonight. If you are lurking, just say hi. Everybody is very friendly in here and we'll tell you hi. LMDMT is saying hello as well. Great to have you here. I see Tuck is here. Great to have you here, Tuck. Who else do we got? Man, I see Show Intel has come in and has just went through and told everybody hi. So great to have you, Show Intel. Wonderful to see you make it in. And of course, there goes the chat again. I'm going to be fighting with this chat. I'm going to probably have to figure something else out as we go forward into all this. Who else do we got? We got Katrinka is here finally back. Yay. Great to have you back. And you know what? Just because Katrinka is here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give. Uh, let's see. That's right. We got to cheer for everybody that does make it back. So glad to have you back, Katrinka. Let's see who else has popped into chat since then. And let's see. We have the legend himself, the Orlando Prepper. He goes live tomorrow. Does his live stream? Make sure you go check him out if you have not already. And I think that you will definitely love being over there. I see Amy all the way from Leonard Mountain Homestead. Amy and Chris, they were with us on 0 hour. If you missed that, you missed a heck of a podcast slash live stream. Uh, very much you should probably check that one out. That was a lot of fun, a lot of really good information that was shared over there. Let's see who else is in chat. If I miss you, I'm sorry. I'm going to blame it on the way that my chat function works. But JS Genesis is here. Great to have you here. Let's see who else do we got. I saw some more names. I want to try and get as many people. I see. Oh, Metal Spawn has joined us. Hello, great to have you, Miss Teresa. So nice to have you here. I see Gen X Gemini is here. Welcome in, my brother. Half ass ready. What's going on? Kane has stopped in saying hello. Oh, My brother from up north, Mad Shad. It's an honor to have you here. Great to see everybody. So many wonderful people here. Let's see. Did I miss anybody at all? I don't know. Oh, I see Rip Curl is uh hanging out with us tonight as well. So many people. It is awesome for everybody to come and hang out with me. You guys are amazing. If I missed you, I apologize. My chat is just absolutely ridiculous right now. So, if this is your first time here, welcome. Again, just say hi so that way everybody can go through and say hi back to you. That's right. I missed knife hands. So, thank you for that. I see Moon Sprouts has popped in saying hello to everybody. Thank you so much. Um, but all you got to do is drop down into the chat and go through and tell me your questions, your topics, your concerns, your stories. This is 1 hour set aside for us to get together and we just fellowship. And Bobby Bama, great to see you here. Um, and we just do wherever the chat takes us, right? If we want to get serious and we want to do some prepping related questions or some things that's going on in the news, we'll go that route. If we want to joke around and have fun and whatever, that's what we're going to do because I look forward to Wednesdays. The chat goes wild. You guys have your own conversations and you guys network, make friends, do all sorts of the fun stuff. And sometimes I just sit here and read your guys' conversations and laugh and joke right along with you. So, oh, I see JD is here. What's going on, JD? I really enjoyed the little watch video that you did. That was absolutely fun to watch. So you guys tell me what it is. There's definitely a lot going on in the news. If we want to go the news route between all the different hurricanes and tsunamis and volcanic activity, and then all the different flooding and all that stuff, and now you've got countries popping off and they're angry at each other. We can go into basically anything that you guys want to talk about whatsoever. I will give because I know Hudson Valley will probably pop over as he's driving away from the Livingston man's house. That was an epic live stream that they just got off air. So if you missed that one, man, you missed a really, really good one. Really good one. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Just going through and saying, oh, man, look at that. That right there, that's what you want to see. Dana, let's prep. Dana just said hi to every single one of you. That's exactly what we want to see. And everybody's saying hi back. That's the great thing about being into preparedness. You will never find a more inviting group. It does boggle my mind from time to time the way that there's a lot of infighting, if you will, right? And you're going to have that with everywhere. Nobody's perfect. No group is ever going to be perfect. But you pop in and somebody just starts with the two-way stuff, or you have to do this, or the sky is falling, or prep for aliens or don't prep for aliens. And man, there's a whole lot of infighting, and it's so weird. But for the most part, we're all there for each other, right? If you were to take a trip, would you consider taking an empty gas can or gas in the back end of your pickup truck? Personally, if you have a way to take a gas can, I would put gasoline in it. If you have a very very small car and you don't have any trunk space and things like that, hey, I get it. Uh, Definitely, if you have some way of storing it outside of the vehicle, pickup truck, roof rack, or if you can get something, the little things that go into your hitch or something for an SUV, um, definitely I would do that. Just because a gas can is great to have, but if you happen to run out of fuel, an empty gas can doesn't really do a whole lot, right? I can have a bottle of water, but if it's empty and I'm really thirsty, uh, it's not doing me as much good as having it. Plan your trip out. I know it's easier said than done, but try and make it to where hopefully you won't ever have to use that gas can. But I personally, anytime that I travel long distance, I put fuel. I definitely put fuel. Let's see who else do we got. Everybody is saying hi to one another. Let's see. Everybody's still saying hi to one another. You better prep for the alien invasion in November. Yes, I know. And I get it, right? I'm one, if you are new watching me, I am a both sides of the coin person. I want to see every angle. I will listen to you, even if I disagree with you. If you disagree with me, whatever, I will give you the respect of listening to you if you tell me your thought process, right? You can tell me that the earth is flat. You can tell me that you see colors, whatever it is, um, as long as you talk it out. If you can't talk it out and you just want to tell me blue is the greatest color in the world, I just got to move on, right? Speaking of legends, you've got local prepper has popped in. What's up, my man? How are you? Um, which LP has done an amazing thing, which I'm really surprised that and a couple other people haven't thought of, is putting together a network of content creators in the prepping sphere so we can all talk to each other in real time, not just emails and things like that. So it's just getting off the ground, and so far it's an amazing thing. So thank you, LP, for doing that because that was a very, very smart um, thing to do. So who else do we got? We got Berdazzle is here. What's going on, Berdazzle? Great to have you. Aliens are real, just ask guys. That's true. That's very, very true. Who else do we got in here? Making sure that I'm not missing anything. Yeah, that's right. What's attacking? Yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely see. Yes, and I agree. You are smart. Let's see. I think it is a good idea, but I'm overly cautious and do not carry in my car the day that I need it. I will regret it. Yes, right. Yeah, and we're talking about the fuel thing. Um, it's good and bad, right? And you gotta decide for yourself if the risk is worth the reward, right? If you are going to take full gasoline inside of your car, are you okay with fumes? Are you okay with leaking? Are you okay that if you get into an accident, all of a sudden there's 5 gallons of fuel all over the place? If that's more concerning than running out of fuel and you have 5 gallons of fuel, then I wouldn't take it. If you feel that you can transport the fuel safely, then I would take fuel with me. Definitely take fuel. Let's see. Who else do we got? Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to figure this chat out, or else I'm gonna have to be switching to another service provider. Let's see. Some are better than others. I can't recall the two top brands. Excellent. You guys are having your own conversations. Hey, I hope that you guys do. I love popping in backstage and watching everybody talk before the live stream goes. Let's see. South Florida Doug, what's going on? Is it warm up there? Yes, it is. In Ohio, it is supposed to start cooling down tomorrow evening. Today, with the humidity and the heat index, it was 104 or something like that. So definitely a little warm up here. My plants are not liking it, but it's supposed to rain on and off starting tomorrow evening all the way through Sunday morning, I believe. So, um, but all of my plants are doing good. My peppers absolutely love this heat. So, you win some, you lose some, right? It is what it is, and it's a great thing because now I get to try out my preps for things like that, right? Let's see. Uh, Dana, when I get gas for my mower, I use the red plastic containers, and it is always inside of a plastic bag, yeah, tied up for the fumes. Yep, and I know a lot of people they'll take a cardboard box or another plastic box or something and put it in there to try and do for stability, just in case you hit a pothole, it's not falling over and things like that. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll go ahead and put the rural seal of approval on that one. So who else do we got? It's been the hottest it's ever been. Just moved here. Poor Katrinka. I am so sorry. Let's see. Do we have a show subject? No. On Wednesday nights, you are the show subject. I go 100% completely off chat, and we talk about whatever chat wants to talk about. We go over questions, comments, concerns, topics, anything news related. If you want to share a story or anything along those lines, that's what we set a 1 hour completely aside just for Wednesdays. And then, of course, the last 10 minutes or so, all the jokes come out. So If you like a good joke, then hang around for the very end. So, South Carolina, we saw a heat index of 128 degrees. Good lord. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one. All right. Who else do we got? Oh, Divinely Blessed Designs is here. Thank you, Scott, for pointing that out. I must have missed them. Great to have you here. I hope you and Subla Daisy are doing well. Been thinking about both of you a lot. Let's see who else is here. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, be doing. Yep, and I've heard that too. And this is where this all comes in on like Wednesday nights. You get to ask a question like that, or hey, I've got this idea. What do you guys think? And you will have a ton of people that'll start throwing out suggestions. Hey, when I do it this way and this way and this way, and we all network and mesh ideas. And it's great. This is exactly the time that if you have any questions, pop them in. Cover your containers with a large towel, and the fumes won't come out as much when transporting inside of a vehicle. LP's got a really good one there. Let's see. Sorry to hear that. Just posted the video today on my grapes and the garden. My grapes actually are starting to turn purple. I tried one the other day, very tart, so I'm not quite to that point yet, but just started to fall garden seeds. My garden has hit its summer died off here in Texas. Yeah, um, a lot of mine are starting to peak out already, which is sad. So, oh, right there, there is Divinely Blessed. I miss you this time. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Bum bum bum. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out chat. Let's see. What do you think, which is Granny's Corner, what do you think is the best additives for fuel for long storage? That is going to be one. Um, it's going to be a personal opinion, and then it's going to be my advice. My personal opinion, I can't remember the brand name. It's actually more of a marine fuel stabilizer, but they have all sorts of different brands, and people's going to swear by their brand. My suggestion, my advice for you is if you have the ability to buy a couple of the smaller ones, the 1 or 2 gallon containers, go get a gallon or two of fuel in each one of them and buy different brands and let them sit all winter. Just let them sit. And then when it comes around, test them out. Now, if money's a concern and you can only do it one time this year, buy the red bottle, put it in there, test it out. You will figure out what works best for you. And fuel is going to have a whole lot. If you have somebody down in Texas putting it in their garage that has no electricity, so it's not heated, it's not air conditioned, and they got a whole bunch of heat versus somebody that's trying to store fuel in Alaska. It's the whole different climates, whole different way of storing things, and the different stuff like that. um, I know it's probably not the answer you're looking for, but test it out. You got to do the work for yourself, because then you will know for 100% what actually is going to work for you. So let's see who else do we got in here. Bum bum bum. Oh, I just scrolled right past. Right past. 91 octane non ethanol fuel with stable has been the way I store. Yeah, yep. And a lot of people swear by stable, and if it works for you, it works for you. Um, I've had experience. Stable works fine for most stuff, in my personal experience, until you start getting into the smaller engine stuff. It doesn't seem to like it as much, and I don't know if it's because of the oil that you're mixing in with the fuel when you're doing the smaller stuff. If that's what it is, so let's see. I saw a question right here that I was going to do. Maybe ask your mechanic. Yeah, that's a really good one. Very good one. Yep. And right there's another stable. Lots of people swear by all sorts of brand names, and that's fine, right? If it works, it works. Live in South Florida, and we have gas in our hurricane preps and have to switch about every 6 months or less. That's probably the best thing that you can do, honestly. As oxygen and everything gets to it, and your fuel's not doing anything, um, you start losing your octane percentage and things like that. And so the best thing that you can do is to cycle your fuel. get it to where it starts mixing up, it starts agitating a little bit, and it's usually will last a little bit longer. But yeah, if you can rotate, just rotate your stuff. Let's see who else do we got going. Oh, I see OVP has popped in. Hope you're having a good day at work, and you are most welcome. That this is exactly where you come to ask any of the questions. You will not find a single person on here that's going to make fun of you for asking a question. If anything, you're going to have more than one answer come at you. So absolutely come in here and just start typing away from everything. Bum bum bum. Oh, oh, I saw one. I saw one. Where was it? Oh man, see, we just talked about Hudson Valley, and boom, Hudson Valley. All you gotta do is say the name. Great, great live stream, by the way. You guys did. You, it was a heck of a show. So, let's see, where did we leave off at? Bum bum bum. Don't store or use biodiesel, has more water in it, grows algae in the fuel. And yes, yes, cane corso, absolutely. You can go and buy algicide and all sorts of other things to store diesel. They make those little sponge sort of things that you actually drop in there, that as your bio starts to break down, it's supposed to absorb the water and things like that. I don't personally store diesel, so I don't know how well from experience it works. I've heard people talk about them. Some people like them, some people hate them, but there is things out there if you want to do so. When gas dropped to one, the first Trump year, I filled up the farm tank, evaporated out the vents before I got to use it. Yeah, that's usually the way that my luck goes too. Um, did that pop up? There we go. Troy Sutton's here. What's going on, Troy? Great to see you. That's right. Yeah, right there. The only stupid question, well, I take it back. There's two. The one you don't ask, and the one that you're not sincere. If you're asking a question to be a jerk, you're going to come off as a jerk, and you're not going to be taken serious. If you are asking out of sincerity and you want to know, ask away. Let's see. Who else do we got? Bum bum bum. Thought I saw some more questions, but my chat is just not cooperating. I don't know if it's, well, it's more than one thing. So sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you. That's a T-shirt right there, right? Absolute T-shirt right there. I've been building a 12 by 20 structure off solar power. Yeah, I've been watching the videos. Yes, yes, only 135 gallons. Right. See, absolutely. Yeah, and which I have actually had people ask me. You know that I never go through and do all the like, share, subscribe. You guys already know how to do the YouTube stuff. But I had somebody send me an email and said, "Hey, I saw one of your videos. You were wearing a Rural Report shirt. How do I get one of those?" Just about every single one of my videos in the description section, there is a link for my merchandise stuff. Um, every once in a while I get somebody that asked about it, and so I do have to reiterate it. Let's see. Let me make sure that I'm caught up in chat, because chat just sometimes it just wants to do its own thing. So no, everybody seems to be looking good. Everybody's pretty much in the blue, which means just about everybody has a blue wrench. Granny, if you would like a blue wrench, all you got to do is participate in the chat and come hang out for a couple of weeks. Once I see that you are a engaged person that comes back, you will get a blue wrench just like everybody else for the most part, right? Um, which means that most of you are not new. Most of you have been here. So let's see. Bum, bum, bum. What do we got for Dana? Tools are valuable, especially if you're running out of battery and no electricity. I bet a lot of the folks get yes, yes, yes. A lot of people sign off on solar, and I don't know why. Solar has come down in price, and when it come down in price, actually its efficiency has gone up. So yeah, I don't know what people are waiting on right now. Solar panels have gotten better. The solar batteries and generators have gotten a lot better. Prices have come down, especially if you're trying to buy one of the bigger ones, but you're just not quite there on the budget, keep saving and wait for the good stuff, right? Wait for the Amazon deal weeks, wait for Black Friday deals, wait for Christmas, wait for New Year's, wait for those sales. Start putting your money away, and then when one of them comes around, guess what? Boom, you can get one. I'm in search of a small all-purpose pocket knife that will hold a very nice edge and not heavy. Any suggestions? Whew, Granny coming out swinging hard. For me, I am a knife guy. I constantly will always have 1 to 10 knives in front of me at all times, um, and I will not push a brand. There is all sorts of people that tell you that you must spend $100 on a knife because your life's going to depend on it. Other people say the $10 gas station one's good, and personally, I'm somewhere in between. Go somewhere, pick it up. Right, as he was talking about, not heavy. If that's one of your first concerns, go pick up a knife. Go somewhere, grab it, and go. Oh, okay, and then start checking it. Does this feel good in my hand? Does this offer, things that I want? Do I want a glass breaker on it? Do I want a finger assist or a thumb assist? How do I want it? Do I want a fixed blade? Do I want a folder? What's my price range I'm going to get? Once you do that, write down a couple of them, go do your research, see what steel that they're made out of, and then you can do your research on, is 1095 steel going to hold it, and you go that route. uh, Personally, if you don't have a knife, get a knife. I don't care if it's the $5 $10 gas station knife. Having something sharp is better than not having anything at all. We can always upgrade, right? But get something. Let's see. Chat came completely alive after I was going through and answering that question. I think it's what you guys do. I think you guys are waiting for me to answer a question, and then all of a sudden you just take off. Let's see. D2 steel, lightweight, keeps a great edge. Yes, and easy to sharpen. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a tool, meaning it needs maintained, right? You've got, if you're doing a folder, you've got a friction point right here. So it needs lubricated and it needs to be, maintained. Your blade needs maintained. It needs cleaned. It needs attention. And there's a lot of people out there that they will go buy these knives and they just put them through everything, right? So yes, yes, it's just definitely an amazing thing. Case, yes, yes, and yeah, absolutely. Lots of good things out there with as far as knives and things like that go, right? Always carry my little 1 inch. Have no idea what brand it is though, and hold its edge perfectly. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people out there that they have old stuff, right? The old stuff. Um, and as long as you maintain them, they'll be just fine. So let's see who else do we. Oh man, there goes the chat again. I was just getting ready to click on something. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Case is a good knife. Pass the Sun, man, man, look at all that good field dressing rig and everything. That's right. That is right. And keep in mind that you can have a good knife, but knives have different things, right? You're not going to take your big kitchen knife and go chop a log, in half. You're not going to take your butter knife and cut through bone or whatever. Knives have a specialty. So make sure that if you're trying to do something particular that is special, you find the blade that is appropriate for what you are doing. Let's see who else do we got in here. Which again, if I miss something, all you gotta do is throw it back in the chat, and we will get back to it. Razor sharp, cuts easy, saws. There you go. Let's see if you want a fixed blade. They're coming down with one soon. Until then, you can't go wrong with it. Yep, when the Black Scout. Yes, yes. Rip curls coming in strong. Let's see. Who else do we got up in here? Can't thank you guys enough for the great conversation community. This is every single Wednesday. every Wednesday. So I'm glad you are enjoying it, and it's definitely how it all goes. So, who else do we have? Not going to dig into it. Course have yes, that is right. Let's see. Oh, half ready. That's a you question, man. Little blade will take out or take it out if really needed. It's got a purpose. Yes. Yeah. What is your water purification method or product of choice? In absolute SHTF for me, and I get flack on this a lot. There is basically three ways to do your water. That is a filtration, that is boiling, and that is chemically. That's your ways of doing your water. If it is grid down zombie apocalypse, I'm doing all three. You get some nasty thing from water, and it's going to take you out. Forget the zombies, forget the marauders, forget the nukes on your forehead, forget everything. Drinking bad water, you're done. So for me, if I can and I have the ability, I am chemically, I am filtering, and I am boiling. I am making sure my water is safe. As far as everything, I probably have most of everything out there. I've got live straws. I've got all sorts of soy or sawyers and mini sawyers. I've got a grail. I've got, and I probably love my grail more than anything. But you got to look at the packaging, right? Some things are only filtering out bacteria and things like that, but they're not filtering out everything else. Some things are not meant for chemicals, right? Just because you're filtering out all the little bugs and nasty parasites and stuff like that, somebody upstream dumped gas and oil. It's not filtering that out. Read your packaging on what your filter is actually filtering, so you're not going in there with a false sense of security and having confidence in it when it's not made for that. So definitely good question there, Hudson Valley. Let's see who else do we got. Man, has anyone used or tested the natural material filtration? I believe it's rock, cattail fluff, sand. Yep, and there's a whole bunch of them. I didn't use cattail. I used pebble, sand, and activated charcoal. And I will tell you that that worked. I'm still alive. That did quite good. But I filtered it once through cloth, and then filtered it through that. And then after I filtered it, I boiled it. Um, but yeah, it definitely works. So let's see. Oh, KP's here. What's going on, KP? Great to have you here and joining us tonight. Let's see. Little mini blackthorn, yeah. And the old case knives. Yep. I remember reading that during the Civil War that they used jagged blades because it made, yes, yeah, harder to stitch. Yeah, that's right. And it's hard to do stuff like that on a live stream. But that's one of the things because when you got a tooth, it's sawing versus you've got an actual sharp blade. It penetrates into a real thin slicey thing. That's why certain tribes would, instead of doing the up and down arrow, they actually did the 4 point arrow so that way it goes in and you really can't get it out. There's a lot of medieval stuff out there. So let's see. Yes, redundancy. Yes, important to know what your purifying method is and what they're capable for. Yes, yes. And don't sit there and watch TikToks and all these other things going, oh, I can use bleach. Okay, if you're going to use bleach, make sure you have a laminated card that tells you how many drops, right? Again, you don't want to be out there with all sorts of madness going on and you can't remember if it's 14 drops or 4 tablespoons or whatever. If you're going to use one of those methods, get you a little card, write it down, laminate it, shove it in your purse, shove it in your wallet, stick it somewhere so it's with you, put it in your EDC, put it somewhere so that way or tape it to the bottom of the bottle or something. There's a lot of people out there that they think they've got it memorized, and when this is falling on your head, that's probably going to be the last thing on your mind. So let's see, who else do we got? Reverse osmosis. Yes, yes, that's another one. There you go. There you go. Bum bum bum. Let's see. When SHTF, you don't want to change out your stored water for lack of replacement of ease. How will you filter the water after a year? Anything that you have, like this, should be good as long as you are storing it correctly. If you are getting water from another place, you would really want basically two, maybe three types of water. You're going to want potable water or drinkable water. Um, you're going to want clean water that's clean but not necessarily drinkable. That is your stuff that you're washing dishes, washing laundry, things like that. And then maybe you just have straight raw water, which is what you're letting your pets have, or watering your garden, or things like that. Um, Really, what you would want to do, because water is going to be one of the biggest things depending on where you are. I would guess for most people, water's big, it's bulky, it's hard to collect, it takes up a lot of space, um, and anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So yeah, you may have been really super proud that you've got 20 55-gallon rain catching drums, until somebody comes through and goes to town with the 22, right? Now what are you going to do? Do you have the method of repairing those? um, what happens if somebody comes through and starts just tearing them all down, or stealing them, or anything along those lines, right? um, my thing is if you possibly can, don't put your eggs all in one basket. Let's see. Man, I went way too far. Let's see. What can you use to test filtered water? Great point about the unseen nasties in the water. You can do various things. They do make a water purity. Um, it's like it basically kind of looks like a thermometer. You just dip it in there, and the cheap ones will just have a green, yellow, and red. Um, some of the other ones will actually give you a number of the purity of water. You can actually, depending on where you live and who you can contact, there's a lot of places that'll test your water for free. You send in water samples. You may have to pay for return shipping, or sometimes they usually just email you the results. But there's a lot of places that they'll just test the water for free. And if you're concerned about your water filtration, go out to a stream or a pond or something, scoop up some, send one in as your base, put some in that you've filtered, send in another sample that you've boiled and chemically treated, send them in, get the results back, and then you can start going through and going, oh wow, I thought I really filtered that really well with my homemade one, but apparently not. And yeah, you can definitely go through and find, there's a lot of places that will test your water and do water sampling. Let's see. I filter my pet water, no tap water for the fur babies. I get it. I get it. Let's see. I do buy the individual water bottles. The store brand will start to collapse. Yes. Yeah, they will. Um, yeah, these things are cheap. They're not meant to be stored the way that they are. Um, and it's really good to go through and rotate as best as you can. I bought, and I think they're actually all in there. I bought the 5-gallon ones from Walmart, and I I bought four, and I've already had two. The seams split, so yeah, yeah. It's always one thing, right? Always one thing. Let's see who else is in here. Oh man, Badger's in here. Well, it only took 35 minutes for YouTube to let me know. Yep, that seems about right. Yes, it does. Who else do we got in here? I thought I saw somebody slip in. Did everybody saying hello to Sassy? Is Sassy? Oh, Sassy is here. Hello, Sassy. Great to have you here. Fortunately, I have drilled well and hand pump. Nice, very nice. Yes. Um, bum bum bum. Dad was bigger than life. I'm thinking about doing a video. Yes, you should. You absolutely should. Yes, it's always something. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Um, Going through, everybody's talking to each other, which is great. That's what this whole chat is all about, is to go through and network and communicate, make friends. You never know who your next best friend is going to be, right? Let's see. Did I miss anybody? If your well is less than 150 to 200 feet, look at getting a deep well water pump for it. Mine fits right next to the pump line. Nice. In the same casing. Nice. Does anyone have the zero water filter pitcher? Any info comments? I have one, um, and it seems to actually work really well. I have one of the electronic testers, and I tested my well water, unfiltered, just straight through. And then I tested bottled water, and then I tested, I think, two brands of bottled water, and then I filtered my well water through zero, and I was kind of shocked at the results. So, um, zero water, for what it is, personally, it seems to filter out what it tells you it's going to filter out extremely well. It's not filtering out everything, but what it tells you on the label, it filters. From my experience and my testing that I have done, it does really effectively do that. So let's see. Have no idea. Hubby owned the place when we got married. Nice. I married him for the lake. I do have a couple of them. They do work quite well, but the filters are sometimes hard to find and are expensive. That they are. Yes, and again, for the experience that I have with them, they are still on the pricey side, but at least, again, what they say on their label, they're doing exactly what they have said. Now, I haven't bought one in a little while. I have two of them under the kitchen sink, so um, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, make the feedback. And this is where this comes in, right? Um, if you are planning on buying something, maybe you're on a smaller budget and $50 is a lot of money. Um, Come here, right? There's a lot of people here that have already bought the stuff, and take it into consideration, right? Uh, there's going to be people that's going to tell you good. There's going to be people that's going to tell you it's bad, and you're probably still going to have to make up your own mind anyway. But yeah, just stop in and start asking those questions, right? Nick's laughing at somebody. That seems to be normal. Drink and I know things. That's a typical rabbit thing to say. The IBC totes and the small pond pump transfer can be relatively inexpensive for mass water storage. Looking to do this soon. Yeah, yeah. And that's a good one right there, right? We're doing redundancy. We're not putting our eggs in one basket. There's a lot of people that'll spend a lot of money and they will go through and they will dig a pond and they're going, cool, my problem solved. Okay, until there's a drought, until something dies in the pond, until somebody comes through and dumps something in the pond, right? We want redundancy in different ways. That's why we do so many different preps. That's why two is one is none. We want different things. So let's see, who else do we got. I saw some interesting stuff. Let's see. So for the people looking for some great idea on all the topics, I did many in the early days of my channel, and Rip Curl has a really good channel, good content. Yes, that I need to get one of the little things of stamping the seal of approval. Let's see. I have the countertop water distiller, used distilled water for indoor aeroponic gardens. Nice, Sassy. Let's see. Yeah, Rudy speaks highly of Zero Water. Yes, I've watched quite a few of his videos. I know my bourbon is pure. I only filter it through the mustache. Yes, yes. Grail is the best, but they are not cheap. I will say Grail is really, really good. And yes, they are not cheap. Even to, I think one of their cheapest ones still what, $80, I think. Um, Maybe $60 is what it is, but to get one that you're actually going to use, I think I paid 110, 120 for mine. So yeah, Grail is Grail is not cheap by any means. What we got? When Thomas Edison was up late inventing the light bulb, Chuck Norris was there holding a flashlight. Oh, that's yes, yes. Um, where did we go? There we go. See, perfect. This is how all that works. And picked up a subscriber. Excellent, excellent. Somebody's drinking wild turkey. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, never drink downstream from the herd. Yes, but again, they might be 3 miles up, right? You have no idea the herd's even there. So, zombie tainted pond. Yes, just like that. See, Rabbit's got the idea. Absolutely, Rabbit's got the idea. And this right here. It's all about networking. All about it. Have not been able to find the live streams from the bunker. Is it in the search? There you go. I'll let you answer that one. Mine is usually scotch mixed with ice. Can't say anything on that one. Where did we go? Right here. Why do I always get the strange looks when I say so go? Oh man, you guys, those are starting to get fighting words for you guys in Southern Comfort. But look at, there goes everybody. Can't afford the high dollar bourbon. I feel you on that. Has been inactive this year due to health issues. Oh, well, that's no good. No good. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. And right there. Yes, and zombies don't drown, so they can fester down there for a while. Hope no one is eating at this time. Yes, yes. Very good, Dana. Very good. And it doesn't have to necessarily be zombies, but it's 2025. It very well could be. We've had a lot of wild and crazy stuff happen over the past few years, let's say. So who knows what 2026 may bring, right? It could be zombies, it can be aliens, it could be the abominable snowman, it could be Mothman, it can be all sorts of fun stuff. So, yeah, yes, yes, yes. The Grail is great for doing one container at a time if you're bugging out, but if you want good pump or gravity feed filter, yes, 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 that is an excellent point. Grail is really, really good for the individual. A lot of the other ones will make what Rip is talking about there of a gravity feed style or a pump style, so you can do volumes of water. Maybe you are a single mom or a single dad and you have 2 or 3 kids. Instead of going through and buying hundreds of dollars into a grail, um, you can buy something that you can do a larger quantity of filtration at a time. So, yeah, good job for pointing that one out. Haven't thought about that in a while. Oh, here comes the Chuck Norris jokes. Can have both feet on the ground and kick butt at the same time. That's right. And show and tell is already rooting for the Yeti. Yes, yes. Jen's already talked about. You guys are still on the alcohol. Let's see. Once was sick and told to drink some whiskey because it put hair on my chest. Reminded a coworker, I'm a woman and I do not want hair on my chest. I'm actually in the middle of making a do-it-yourself back portable water, salt water distiller purifier. It's going to be cool and easy to make. I am looking forward to that one. Um, yeah, there's distillation you can go through. You can desalinize, right? You can take salt water and take the salt out of it. So uh, there's a lot of ways out there, and a lot of it is going to be one, where are you getting your water from, and what are you trying to do with it, right? Not all water you're going to get you want drinkable. It's just you're using up supplies and material and time and things like that. So you don't necessarily need it to be drinkable. But Labeling is going to be extremely important. If you have 3 55-gallon drums, they're all blue. Everybody needs to know whatever the symbol is or whatever, what is drinkable, what is clean, and what is just for watering the garden, right? You do not want to get those mixed up. Let's see. Talking about homemade moonshine. I get it. I get it. Chuck Norris can divide pine and apple from pineapple. Go ahead and spring for the extra pre filters for the grill. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Once you get a grill, you start to figure out why everybody kind of talks about them. It's a large dollar purchase, so be prepared for it. Um, but I can speak from experience. I really, really, really do like it. Is it the best thing on the market? I don't know. I've never tried them all. There might be one that's better, or two that's better, or one that's works just as well but is cheaper. Right? I can just speak on what I have tried, and so far, it's a really, really good filter. Hey, with this heat, bring on the abominable snowman. Yeah, you never know, right? Oh, and Godzilla. That's right, OBP. Bring on Godzilla. Superman owns a pair of Chuck Norris's. I get it. Chuck Norris can dribble a bowling ball. Yes, probably. Probably. Easy to do. Time consuming, though. Yes. Yes. Bum, 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 bum. Who did I miss? I missed somebody. I missed a bunch of somebody's. Would be interested in the saltwater distiller as I live on the. There's a lot of people. And see, I can't technically do it because I don't have salt water around me. I'm inland, so whatever I do, I can't prove it. Right? I don't have oceanic water, but that might be a really good one if you are not busy tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Orlando Prepper, right? Pop into his live and ask him. He loves to make all sorts of stuff, and see if he can do a nice one. Let's see. Thought it would be handy and useful for the people who live near the ocean and the brackish water. That's yep, yep, yep. Palmetto was here. That's what we used to call the rich kids that wore camo. I think it applies to preppers too. I get it. I get it. But good to see you, Palmetto. Let's see. A piece of clear plastic, a pebble, a hole, and a container to catch desalinated distilled water. Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of videos out there, and it's one of the ones. Uh, do you want to make something? Do you want to buy something? How are you doing it? There's a lot of people out there that watch a TikTok video and they're like, oh, that's cheap and easy. Go do it, please. Just because it looks easy doesn't mean that it is, and just because it looks like it works doesn't mean that it always works. Test your stuff out. And if you're not 100% confident, if I can do it, tell me. You know, um, hey, I want to do this, and I will do my best to try and test them out. We've done a whole bunch of these little prepper hacks and things. Some of them work, some of them surprisingly worked okay. Let's see. I have missed a ton of the things in the chat, haven't I? Oceanic water comes from Australia? Probably. Chuck Norris's shipping messes is slapping the salt out. Oh, that's good stuff. Very smart. Some toxins are airborne and so on. Yes, yes, that's right, Teresa. Do all that fun stuff. Yeah, I think I've missed a ton of stuff. I apologize. Um, Bam, yes. Make and buy. Yes, redundancy. Yeah. And I always do that when people come through and they want to ask me any of that stuff. Hey, I want to do 2A. Cool. Go buy whatever it is you want. You want a shotgun, go buy that. You want a pistol, get that. Get whatever you want that you want, go get it. Once you do that, your second or third firearm, in my opinion, you should build, whether that be an AR or whatever. you should build. So that way you have a good working knowledge. Now, anything that you buy firearm related, you should be able to take it apart. Same thing with your knives and things like that. How many people have the repair kit to loosen this up and fix this and put it back on, right? Do you have a repair kit for these? These again take maintenance. You open and close this enough, things start to loosen up and your blade wiggles, and that becomes a safety issue. You don't want to take and have this slice your fingers off all because you didn't have the correct tool to do a replacement, right? So make sure that as you are buying stuff, whether it is knives, whether it is firearms, whether it is solar panels or whatever, do you have the tooling to do the necessary repairs? So let's see, who else do we got in here? But the Australian water moves in the opposite direction. Oh, that's good stuff. Whose channel is Zero Hour on? That's a good question. Hang on. I will tell you right here. It is on OVP. It is on OVP's channel this week coming up, and it's kind of fun because if I turn my phone around, you would see who we have lined up for like the next 6 weeks. So that's what I'll be doing is testing it for sure. Who doesn't love a trip to the beach? Right? Yes, absolutely. Yes. Oh, thank you for sharing that out. Yes, again, if you have a blue wrench and you have a channel, go ahead and share your channel out. If you don't know who they are, click on the channel, right? Go check them out. Give them a little bit of support. Say Rural sent you over. Or I saw you over there during Workshop Wednesday. I just wanted to come over and say hi and check you out. You never know what great advice somebody has, right? It could be your next favorite channel. See, boom, subbed to Granny's Corner. I love Granny's Corner. I just happened to. I don't remember. I think. I think I found Granny on somebody else's channel. I think, and so I went over there. I started checking it out, and man, there's some fun stuff on there. Let's see. Best knife I own. I won on a rural giveaway when I was in Alaska. Yes, I remember that. Yes, that's right. OVP this week is going to host Zero Hour the podcast. Bam! Everybody's subbing to Granny. Granny's picking up all sorts of people here. That is great advice. And once you build your own 15, 10, or 47, be sure to buy a stockpile of the parts of the wear and tear that could break. Yes, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that they overlook that, right? Make sure you have your tooling, make sure you have your parts and pieces, make sure that you know how to do some stuff, right? These things will go bad at some point in time. For me, I have a bunch of these pivot pens and these little pens and things like that. I keep a lot of because usually do a lot of Damascus, so I keep food grade mineral oil, and I use that on all of my blades. Make sure you have that kind of stuff, right? Let's see. That's right. That's right. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that out. And you are most welcome. You have peach cobbler recipe. Ooh, peach cobbler. That does sound delicious. Let's see. Oh, I see. Buying something that has gone through quality control is great. It also is a great return and start hands-on process will give you knowledge and confidence. Yes, taking my own advice. We've all done it, right? Um, you have certain things that uh, you really, really enjoy, but it's not quite what you want, right? I don't know how many times that I've glanced through the ads and all of a sudden come across a firearm like I am buying that, and I get there and I'm like, this is total crap, right? So make sure that whatever you are buying, you are using. Make sure it serves a purpose. Um, there's a lot of people out there that I see that make the mistake where they go, man, I just don't have the time and the money, and then the next thing they do is they post some picture or whatever of some $400 purchase. And I'm like, what did you buy that for? You were just complaining that you needed this other stuff. Be smart with your time, be smart with your money. Do your best to do your research and make sure that every penny counts, every moment counts. because most of the time you're not getting that back, right? So we need to use this as best as we possibly can, so that way it kind of pays in dividends in the future, right? So let's do one last check of the chat just to make sure. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I saw one. Any recommendations to learn to care for the pew pews? I have been spoiled. I have one or two. Um, there is probably there's probably a ton of different ones out there that will be really really good. Um, just off the top of my head, you can probably go over to like Tactical Muffin Top, or right here what Half Ass said is Myrmidon Press. Myrmidon is an amazing, amazing, very smart guy, very 2A, and is always willing to help people out. So, yes, absolutely. Is there anything else? Anything else before we kick it out? That's right. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Oh, I can get you one of those peach cobbler, and the peaches are in season now. I will do. Oh, look at that. See, ask and ye shall receive. That's good stuff. Oh, man. All right. So we have hit our hour. And again, I want to express my complete, uh, just sheer amazement that so many people come here and hang out. You guys can be doing anything and be anywhere, and you chose to come here. So for that, y'all give a round of applause. So thank you guys so much. It really means the world to me. I really do look forward to each and every Wednesday. So with that, stay safe, guys. I hope you have an amazing night, a blessed night. Stay tuned because there's more information to come. And with that, remain united because we're all prepping in this together.